They lied to you about Hercules. He wasn't just a hero with muscles. His story is darker, more tragic, and filled with secrets they never told you in school. Stay with me, because once you hear this, you'll never see Hercules the same way again. You've probably heard the name 1,000 times. Maybe you picture a fearless warrior crushing monsters, or that Disney movie where he sings his way to glory. But the truth, it's way more intense. Hercules wasn't just a legend, he was a symbol of suffering, strength, and redemption. His story is about so much more than just smashing things. Today, we're diving deep into the real tale of Hercules, his battles, betrayals, and the price he paid for his strength. So, who exactly was Hercules? Most people know him as the guy with unbeatable strength. But that strength came at a cost. He was born into chaos, the son of Zeus, king of the gods, and a mortal woman. From the moment he was born, he had a target on his back. Hera, Zeus's wife, hated him. She didn't just dislike him, she wanted him destroyed. Imagine this, you're a baby in your crib, and a giant snake slither in to kill you. That's how Hercules started his life. Hera sent those snakes. But instead of crying or calling for help, baby Hercules grabbed them with his tiny hands and crushed them. Sounds cool, right? But think about what that means. From the moment he took his first breath, he was fighting for his life. But the snakes were just the beginning. Hera's hatred followed him his entire life. She wasn't just an angry stepmother. She was relentless. Hercules grew up knowing that no matter how strong he became, he could never escape her wrath. As he got older, his strength became legendary. He could wrestle lions, defeat entire armies, and perform feats no one else could dream of. But his strength didn't protect him from tragedy. One day, Hera struck again, and this time she didn't send snakes, she sent madness. Imagine being driven insane by the very gods who were supposed to protect you. That's what happened to Hercules. In a fit of madness, he did something unthinkable. He killed his own wife and children. And when the madness lifted, he was left broken, standing over the people he loved most. This wasn't the heroic story you've been told. This was a man crushed by his own strength, haunted by the gods. So, what did he do? He could have given up. He could have let the guilt consume him. But instead, he went to the Oracle of Delphi and asked for a way to atone for his sins. That's how the 12 labors of Hercules began. These weren't just random tasks. Each one was a punishment, a test, and a path to redemption. Let's break them down. 1. The Nemean Lion, a beast with impenetrable skin. Hercules had to wrestle it bare-handed, choking it to death and wearing its hide as armor. 2. The Hydra, a monster with multiple heads that grew back when cut off. He had to figure out how to burn the stumps to stop the heads from regenerating. 3. The Cyrenian Hind, a sacred deer of Artemis. He had to capture it alive without harming it, showing that strength isn't always about violence. 4. The Erymanthian boar, a wild beast that he had to capture and bring back alive. 5. The Augean stables, thousands of cattle in stables that hadn't been cleaned in years. He diverted rivers to wash them out in one day. 6. The Stymphalian birds, man-eating birds with metallic feathers. He drove them away using a special rattle given by the gods. 7. The Cretan bull. He wrestled this beast and brought it back alive. 8. The horses of Diomedes, flesh-eating horses that he tamed by feeding them their master. 9. The belt of Hippolyta. He had to retrieve the belt of the Amazon queen, Hippolyta. 10. The cattle of Geryon. He had to steal the cattle from a three-bodied giant. 11. The apples of the Hesperides. He tricked Atlas into retrieving the golden apples for him. 12. Cerberus. He descended into the underworld and brought back the three-headed dog, Cerberus, without using any weapons. Each labor was a step toward redemption, but each one also pushed him closer to the edge. These weren't just tests of strength, they were tests of willpower, intelligence, and heart. He wasn't just trying to prove how strong he was. He was trying to prove that he could be more than the monster he had become. The final labor capturing SoulVerse was the ultimate challenge. Imagine walking into the underworld, the land of the dead, with nothing but your bare hands. Hercules faced Hades himself and asked to take SoulVerse. Hades agreed on one condition: he couldn't use any weapons. So there he was, facing the three-headed guardian of the underworld. He fought the beast with his bare hands, overpowering it through sheer will. When he brought SoulVerse to the surface, it was more than just a victory. It was proof that he had conquered not only the monster before him, but also the monster within. Hercules wasn't just a hero because he was strong. He was a hero because he kept going, even when the gods themselves tried to break him. His story is one of pain, redemption, and perseverance. He showed that strength isn't about how many monsters you can defeat, it's about how many times you can get back up after life knocks you down. If you want more stories like this, hit subscribe or check out the next video.